Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Smithson from 7 News, who'll be your MC today.
You've been thunderstruck!
Thank you very much, Rosanna Mangiarelli, for that introduction. I hadn't even seen her here. So, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As Rosanna said, my name is Mike Smithson. I'd like to welcome you to the great infrastructure debate, proudly presented by the Civil Contractors Federation of SA. Great to see you all here today. Thank you for coming along. I know it hasn't been easy having to shift dates, but it's wonderful to see so many of you here and obviously interested in the future of infrastructure in this great state of ours. Before we get underway, I'd like to acknowledge that we're meeting on the traditional country of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains and pay respect to elders past and present. We recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationships with the land, and we acknowledge that they are continuing to be of importance to the Kaurna people living today. I'd also like to acknowledge our two special guests. I notice the Minister has just walked in. The Honourable Corey Wingard, MP, Minister for Infrastructure and Transport, Recreation, Sport and Bracing, and his opposite number, the Honourable Tom Koutsantonis, MP, Shadow Minister for Infrastructure and Transport, Mining and Energy, Government Accountability, and Leader of Opposition Business in the House of Assembly. How do you get that on your business card, Tom? Is a problem? Yeah, okay. I'd also like to formally acknowledge the Civil Contractors Federation as the presenting partner of today's debate, represented this afternoon by CEO Rebecca Pickering and her team. Round of applause for Beck. You'll be hearing from her shortly. Now, obviously, before we get underway, I'd like to go through some housekeeping. It's unlikely, but in the event of an emergency, please use the exits as signed. Please follow any instructions heard over the PA system or given to you by Adelaide Oval staff. Your closest emergency evacuation meeting point is the Northern Car Park, directly outside the Northern Gate, so take a drink with you because it's a fair way. Closest bathroom facility is located in the corridor near the entry over there as such. And you're in the room now, so you don't need to wear masks, but if you do leave the room for any reason, please take a mask with you. Also, due to COVID restrictions, you must be seated when eating and drinking throughout today's event. Don't forget to get your parking ticket validated before you leave the function today and get a special function parking rate, very important. And lunch will be served shortly, and then we will have the great debate, follow formalities, and we'll be finishing around about 2 o'clock this afternoon, but there'll be time for some networking after that. Now, I really hope you popped your business card in for our lucky door prize with some great prizes up for grabs, including a weekend for two at the Stamford Grand, donated by major sponsor MC Labour. One, it says here a rook climb, but I think it's a roof climb ticket at Adelaide Oval. Those of you who haven't done it, well worth the effort. If you can do it on a footy night in particular, even better. A bottle of Imperial Measures gin, donated by Imperial Measure Distilling. So thank you very much to those sponsors. So please, if you haven't put your business card in, it's not too late. The CCF team will be coming around shortly to check. Now, if you're like me, I haven't had a business card, only because Channel 7 don't like paying the money for one, but I haven't had one for about 10 years. So I think there are some cards, or just scribble something down. Make sure you enter, because those gifts, or should I say those prizes, are well worth winning. Now, a program like this doesn't happen without the valued support of some very generous sponsors, so please join me in thanking them. The Great Debate is brought to you by Civil Contractors Federation SA and is proudly sponsored by major partner MC Labour. How about a round of applause for those two? And also, in addition, with supporting partners, Sage Automation and Tonkin. So thanks to them as well. Now, John from MC Labor has unfortunately been caught up in the current Melbourne lockdown, and my advice to John is you probably wouldn't be here next week or the week after that. But you can't be with us today, but we have this short video from John to show you.
Hi, I'm Mark O'Grady, Branch Manager at MC Labor Adelaide.
And I'm John Morris, Relationship Manager for the MC Labor Group. At MC Labor, we foster long-term relationships with civil contractors, working with you from project start to the finish. We've provided trades and labour to South Australia's civil sector for over a decade. Our experience spans civil projects of every size, including large government infrastructure projects. We have a database of over 10,000 personnel, including highly competent civil plant operators, concreters and carpenters, all ready to go at short notice.
We're passionate about increasing employment opportunities to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities and cultivating a local workforce developing local skills and capabilities. MC Labor has extensive experience supplying labour to the Northern and Southern Expressways and the Port Wakefield to Port Augusta projects. Give us a call on 1300 10 12 14 or visit us at mclabor.com.au.
Thank you very much, guys. I also have some words that I'm going to read on behalf of John. MC Labor is privileged to sponsor the great debate with these esteemed speakers. They're also proud to be associated with CCF SA and its members. MC Labor is a people business. They have a quality workforce for hire, a proud Australian-owned family business founded over 25 years ago. Located in South Australia for more than 10 years, they have offices in Adelaide and Whyalla with more than 10,000 skilled workers available for you. They operate 24/7 and their workers are available at very short notice, hire for a day, a week or long term. They offer multi-ticketed skilled workers, tradespeople and plant operators. Their aim is to keep your project moving. Great news indeed, and they're experienced on civil projects of every size like, and I'll name 4 just off the top of my head, the Northern and Southern Expressways and Port Wakefield to Port Augusta project. That's actually 3 projects, so I'm sure they've done another one somewhere. Now, they have experience onboarding workforces for large-scale projects with companies such as John Holland, CPB and Lendlease. MC Labor wants to be part of the growth and development of this great state, and they look forward to consulting with you on how services can benefit you and meeting your project timelines. The State Manager, Mark O'Grady, would be happy to talk to you, and he can tell you and show you how they can help. Mark, where are you? Please stand up. There he is. You're a good-looking bloke too. Has anyone told you that? Ladies? Yeah? Okay, thanks, Mark. Didn't mean to embarrass you, of course. Now, before we continue the next part of formalities, I'd like to encourage you to use social media this afternoon. Please refer to the screens now and the menus on your table to use hashtag CCFSA, great debate, that's all one word lowercase, and hashtag CCFSA. Let me do that again, CCFSA, one word. How am I going? Now, the Civil Contractors Federation, South Australia, has more than 500 company members who turn in and employ 30,000 South Australians. Members are involved in a variety of projects and activities, including development and maintenance of infrastructure such as roads, bridges, sewers, water and drainage pipelines, dams, wharves, commercial and housing land development. So they touch just about every part and everyone in this state and do a great job. Members are also involved in the foundation works for mining and other resource developments. So, with $17.9 billion committed to infrastructure projects across the state, and we'll be debating the merits of those a little later on, the outlook certainly looks bright here in South Australia for this industry, given our current COVID situation, notwithstanding that there's plenty of work going ahead. Rebecca Pickering was appointed as CEO in December last year and has undertaken a much needed overhaul of CCFSA, and as such I'd like you to welcome Beck to the stage to present her new strategic vision for the industry. Welcome, Beck.
You've been thunderstruck.
something that every time I walk into a room, it'd be awesome. Welcome, everyone. And I do thank Honourable Corey Wingard, MP, and Honourable Tom Koutsantonis for being here today. Thank you. It's wonderful to see so many of you today. So many people interested in our future of infrastructure here in South Australia, our great state. We have a diverse mix of people here today, represented by government, councils, allied industries with my fellow CEO Industry Association guys back there. So everyone put your hands up, give us a wave. Yep, there you go. And we also have obviously our members in our industry are represented here today as well. So thank you all for coming. Like you, I'm excited to hear from our political leaders in today's upcoming debate. However, before we do, I wanted to share some important news with you and officially launch our new look, Civil Contractors Federation SA. Today I present our brand new strategy, our new direction into the future. The strategy is supported by our new state government election document, Digging Deep. The document is on your tables today. We have reset and we are now ready for our future. We have used the best of our past and layered learnings with fresh thinking, practical initiatives to support a skilled and sustainable and profitable civil and construction industry. An industry that underpins our state's prosperity. We are at an important juncture right now. Billions and billions and billions, 17.9 in four years, and I'm sure we won't hear the last of that today, has been committed to our state's projects. And if we get this right, we can all benefit, we can all prosper. So before I unveil the key points of our strategy, I think it's important to reflect a little. Looking back at our industry, we have had and have our challenges, and we're all familiar with them. Procurement and project delays, whether it be government to client to principal, principal client to subby and subby to supplier, unreasonable contract terms, standard form contracts which are far from standard, unfair risk allocation. We're all getting older. If you walk onto any of our jobs, you can see those older faces. You can see it, you can feel it. Long payment terms. It's an us and them culture at times. We were lacking a workforce that had qualification and professional recognition. Many of our occupations aren't listed in the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the ABS. We simply don't exist. The list was long. But fast forward to right now, and we're facing our challenges. We seek better, and we recognise that we are changing. Our projects are bigger, more advanced. We're embracing technology. We are smarter, more creative and inspiring. Our industry faces look different too. We are far more diverse, more inclusive than ever before. Our industry is mature, meaning that we need to invest in succession right now in order to deliver the billions of dollars worth of projects. We are now an official trade with the recent launch of our civil apprenticeships, which aim to build and nurture our workforce into the future. We are working hard to raise the profile of our industry so that our young people firstly know about the secure and vast prospects in our industry from a career perspective, and that there are opportunities to be mentored from some of the best in the business. Based on the climate and needs of our industry right now, it was clear we needed to evolve an industry association that can move with today's pressures and needs, whilst being modern, adaptable and dynamic. So with our industries changing, it made sense for us to respond with a new CCFSA. We want all South Australians to understand not only what our industry does, but what it contributes. For far too long, our industry has been the silent achiever for our great state. It provides the basics we can't live without, as Mike said, infrastructure like roads, bridges, airstrips, pipelines, drains, ports, jetties, land development, earth moving that underpins our residential and commercial building construction industry like hospitals, high-rise buildings, stadiums, schools, and the provision of services and utilities, which all households and businesses rely on, like power, water, communication and gas. An industry that acts as a magnet for investment into our state, a provider of vast employment opportunities with the potential to offer a diverse range of careers for young people. We build the foundation that supports all subsequent businesses, our economy and our community. So based on our past and the current situation and the critical nature of the work and the industry does, I am pleased to present our overarching new strategic vision for CCFSA. A civil construction industry that is recognised as critical to South Australia's prosperity and supported to be skilled, sustainable and profitable. What does that mean? It means that today we mark our commitment to ensure that every South Australian understands what our industry does and the benefit the industry provides for all of us. Inform the people of South Australia about the critical role the industry plays in the health of our overall economy and make sure the industry continues to be skilled, sustainable, profitable to lead us into the future. So to our purpose, what do we live for? CCFSA is an informed advocate, a champion for the civil construction industry. We respond to the needs of civil contractors, build industry capability and influence action that benefit all South Australians. Our new purpose says it all. We are champions of an industry that isn't for the faint-hearted. We aren't afraid to get our hands dirty. In fact, we love it. Dust in our veins, mud in our eyes. No other industry digs as deep as we do. We know how hard it is out there. We know it's bloody heart-wrenching. You don't just fight commercial realities, but you battle the elements too. And I mean that literally. We hear what you're saying, and we're here to be your voice and ensure you have what you need. We can train the workforce and build our numbers, make it diverse, inclusive, young, old, and everything in between. And we will speak your voice. Our business, our careers, our youth must be supported to maintain confidence, to keep providing for our great state. We are your biggest advocate and backer. So on your tables today, you'll see our new strategic document, a plan detailing the priorities for the next 3 years. Our recognisable pillars are present, but they now exist in a far broader industry reach and have a modern flair. Critical that each pillar relates and is available to all. Membership and industry engagement, advocacy and profile, industry support, training and careers, an effective and efficient business. Our biggest shift in thinking and approach is the industry. Is that a carton over there now? Yeah, I'll come see you after. Our biggest shift in thinking and approach is the industry is bigger than us. Our sights are now set on broader industry and the general public as a whole, with a strategy that builds on the strength and this point of difference. We continue to advocate for the interest of all civil contractors, our allied partners and our industry. Engage our members through communication events and opportunities to build connections and knowledge. To provide leading training through Civil Train and the state's first civil construction apprenticeship, and create the next generation of civil contractors through our group training organisation. I'm confident you've all started to see a new CCFSA, new creative, new publications, new communications, new events that inspire greater involvement and sharing, a new Civil Train, new student and client portals, sharing all your critical information, a new Civil Train that communicates and facilitates interaction at any point in time in the day. We are embracing technology to deliver more modern and flexible training. With our state government election early next year, another of our first deliverables under our new CCFSA was to consider and develop with you your election wish list. Your voice captured via our civil industry's Digging Deep document, as available on your tables today. Five priorities frame this document: an infrastructure constructors forum, industry roundtables, workforce training, capability, capacity and apprentice parity, procurement reform, plan, start, deliver, complete and maintain our projects in the best way, equitable and fair, every business treated fairly, risk allocation and best models. Every South Australian must benefit. We want to move to a more collaborative approach that has greater transparency, breaking down the old ways of doing business so that our industry can thrive. Our future is brighter and bigger than it ever has been. We need to maintain our momentum in striving to be the best. The recent uncertainty has provided us with a window to do things differently to achieve greater outcomes. We are here to build this pathway with you, to aid deeper collaboration between us and strengthen inter-industry trust. The time is now, so let's get on with it together. My takeaways for you all today: be a voice, don't accept mediocrity, and don't be complacent. Be part of our CCF family, be vocal so we can all benefit. If you aren't a member, please consider joining so you don't miss out on your opportunities and you can have a little fun along the way. For South Australians looking to engage our civil industry for work or projects, please talk to our team today. And if you have any industry concerns or questions, please come speak to me over lunch, drop me an email or simply give me a call, and don't hold back. I'd like to thank you all for your time today, and I appreciate now more than ever, given how busy we all are, that you can actually make it here today. So I do honestly thank you. And may I ask that you put your hands together for the amazing team who pulled this event off together today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beck. Some well-chosen words there to take away with you. Now we'll be having lunch shortly and then followed by the debate. I'll need a hand with the debate actually, because I intend needling both of these gentlemen, both of whom I know pretty well, but no punches will be pulled. There will be time for questions. At the end we'll have roving microphones, so get into them. They don't mind, they're professionals, I think, I hope. But just remember, think about questions over lunch that you might want to ask. Keep them short. We don't want to hear a statement, we just want to hear a question. We'll go through the rules of engagement shortly. So enjoy your lunch. Be back in a short while. Thank you.